Last film we review today. This is another film which is on very limited release. It's showing in some Curzon cinemas at the moment. But after I posted my review, the production company got in touch with me and said, "Oh, it is getting a broader release. Just wait a few weeks and it'll be out in more places." So we'll see. This is a film called Driving Madeleine. And in Driving Madeleine, it's a French film with subtitles. Charles, played by Danny Boone, is a Paris taxi cab driver, and he's in debt and depressed with his life. And his dispatcher at the taxi company, aware of his situation, lines him up a simple but lucrative fare. And that is for him to drive the 93-year-old lady called Madeleine Keller, played by Lina Renault, I think that's how you pronounce her name, from her old home on one side of Paris to a new life on the other side of the city. But it's a journey that Charles will not forget. Here's a clip.
Avenue de Chavannes à Courbevoie.
Faut traverser tout Paris, vous êtes au courant?
Si c'était à côté, je ne vous aurais pas appelé. Quel âge vous me donnez?
C'est rien, ouais, 80.
Charmeur. J'ai 92 ans. Les médecins pensent que c'est mieux pour moi que je sois dans un établissement.
Wow, attends!
So, bizarrely, right, I got that wrong. She's 92, not 93. But bizarrely, this is the third film I've seen this month featuring a character who's 92 years old. As well as this one, we had The Great Escaper with Michael Caine, and then we had The Last Rifleman, based on the same story with Pierce Brosnan, playing a lot older than he really is. Bizarrely, in this film, the lady there that you saw, what's her name again? Lina Renault, is actually 95. So she's actually playing down her age to be in this film. She looks bloody
fantastic.
Good. She looks bloody good for 95, I have to say. Yeah. I mean,
I've seen this, Bob, as well.
Oh, you have? Oh,
yeah,
wonderful.
We talked about, yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, for me, I often refer to these type of films as the silver dollar films like The Pilgrimage of Harold Fry and maybe films like Alleluia that get older audiences into the cinema. The Book Club, oh heavens, that sort of film attract people of a slightly older age group and says, come into the cinema and see this. And this is a film that I would put into that category. I thought in general it was a really great feel-good movie, and a lot of the exchanges there that you get between Charles and Madeleine were really funny and really touching, and it gave the film a really beautiful pace to it. But that being said, anyone going into this thinking this was just going to be a uniformly fluffy story is in for a bit of a shock. Because in some of the flashback scenes to Madeleine's tumultuous life, there are some moments in there, which I won't spoil, which are quite hard and very, very gritty. And that quite surprised me in the film, but I think it added a lot in terms of the way the film went. Andy, would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I think this obviously invites comparisons with Driving Miss Daisy, which did win the Oscar, bizarrely, when you consider some of the other films it was up against. I thought, like you said, it was a nice, comfy film. It's going to attract a certain crowd. But you're right, some of the flashback scenes are, a little bit bizarre, a little bit, you kind of think, how are the crowd that this film's clearly being promoted to going to respond to this?
They're going to spill their tea.
They're going to spill their tea. They're going to choke on their biscuit, on their digestive biscuits. But I thought, I saw it at home on my laptop. It passed an hour or so, however long it is, a couple of hours, quite nicely. I think, again, it's one of those films that will turn up on a Sunday night on TV, perhaps BBC Two, because it's French, obviously, subtitles. In a couple of years' time, we'll all cut up on the sofa and watch it on a Sunday night and have a good time. It is a little bit surprising, as you say, with some of the back scenes, but it needed that to keep your attention.
Yeah, it needed
otherwise it would have just been Driving Miss Daisy all over again. Which, frankly, I saw Driving Miss Daisy once, and despite the fact that it won the Oscar, I've never returned to it.
Yeah,
But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this one. This one's better.
Yeah, I thought it was a really nice film. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought the ending was horribly predictable.
You can see it coming a mile off, but
it managed to get me anyway. And you have to admire a film where that happens. So I gave this one an 8 out of 10.
I gave it 7.
Andy?
Bob.
7 out of 10. So that's a 7.5 out of 10 for Driving Madeleine, which makes it a hit from us. Good. The production company will be delighted. The readers of Horse and Hounds will be delighted. I will forward them this clip of video.